Hi everyone, in this video we will be looking at how to fade any of the sides of your image so that it blends with the background. For example, if this is your original image and you want this right edge to fade into the background like this, how do you do that? We will be covering that in this video. We will take this as an example. This is a nice looking slide. However, if we look at the bottom image, you see this top edge here that's separating this image from its background. It would be nice if this edge can blend into the background so it looks as if this image is part of this background and not a separate object like it is right now. Here are some of the industry standard softwares you can use to make this happen. We will be using Photopea. However, there are other options available as well, both free and paid. Of course, we all know Photoshop, but Photoshop is a lot more advanced than what we will be doing here. But if you have access to it, you can use Photoshop. If you want an affordable alternative, there is Affinity Photo or Pixlr. I think Pixlr used to be free, but now they have become paid. So let's open Photopea in the browser. I'm going to open this image of the skyline. So I have it saved here. Let's open it. If you have never used photo editing software before, I know this can look overwhelming. However, we don't really need like 98% of these tools here. We just need to worry about this layer here called background. First, go to bottom and click on this rectangle with a circle inside it. It's for adding a raster mask. Just click on it. You will notice we have a new rectangle here next to this image thumbnail. Next, you can either press G on your keyboard or go to the left hand side and locate this rectangle. If you click on it and then select this first option, it will do the same thing. At the top, we just need to check this option called reverse. Now, if you remember on our slide, we have cropped this image and we want this edge to fade into the background. Here, because we have a much larger image, we can just crop this image to about this size. To do that, we have the universal symbol for crop, which is same as PowerPoint. So locate this crop symbol on this left hand side, or you can also press C on your keyboard. Just crop this image by dragging from the top. This much is fine. Let's do that from the bottom as well. Then hit enter on your keyboard. Now it's time to apply the gradient. So again, select the gradient tool because we are under crop tool now. Press G on your keyboard and we are back into this gradient mode. We already have reverse checked here from earlier. If it's not checked, you can check it now. Now bring your cursor anywhere along this top edge, maybe slightly inside the top edge. I'm going to place it up to this point. Then hold your left mouse button and drag upward up to this point or so. Immediately you will notice the top white color has become transparent. So let's save this image now. So go to File, click on Export As and click on PNG. It's essential that we select PNG because PNG maintains the transparency. If you select JPG, then this transparent background would again become white, which is not what we want. So select PNG. All these settings are fine, so just save it. Let's duplicate this slide. I'm going to delete this image and replace this with this new image that we have. So to add this image, go to Insert, click on Pictures and click on this device. Insert this skyline.png, place it here. Let's enlarge it to cover the entire slide. And there, you'll see the top edge has disappeared and it is nicely blending into the background. So if we compare it to previous slide, this is before and this is after. So this looks much cleaner and much more polished versus just using this. Next, let's look at a couple of examples. So this is the original image. As you can see, it has a hard edge here. It would be nice if we can blend this into the background, given the context of this slide, which is related to travel. After we blend this image, this is how it looks. So this is before and this is after. Here is another example. We have this image of a meeting room table. While this slide in itself is fine, it looks a lot better if we get rid of this edge. So this is how it looks after we blend this image into the background. Here is one more example. This is the mission statement for a fictitious clinic. In my opinion, it looks old school, but we can improve this by blending this left side into the background. Once we do that, this is how it looks. So it's a subtle effect, but I think it does improve the slide. So before, after. Now that we have looked at the examples of when to use the blending effect, let's look at when not to use it. So the first example is if you have a busy background like this, where there is a lot happening, the blending effect with the background may not make sense and it may not even look good. So I would recommend not to use this for images like these. Next is when there is a high contrast between image and the background. So assuming our slide is white and this is the image we are going with, there is a huge contrast between this image, which is a lot darker than the background. Next is when you have content or text around multiple edges of your image. It won't make sense to just blend one of the edges. For example, if you had text around 3 of these edges and you were to blend this edge, it would look odd. So avoid using blending effect for such cases. And one last case is when your image is too colorful. This blending may not even work properly, or you would have to really try hard to make it work. And this is in a way similar to the busy background example. That's it for this video. I know it was quick, but I think this is a super useful technique to know. And once you know this, I'm sure you will have many instances where you could make use of this. So I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe for future videos, and I will catch you next time.